Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And the ball's headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Glad to have you with us from Davis Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The ball's ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Looking for room at the 40. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. They go right back to it. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Here's a little room there. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. A welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They feed him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to power their way ahead. Runs through a tackle. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the 1st down at the 30.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Now the play fake. And as he throws, can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27.
Blue 22.
Taylor wants to throw. Got it. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Volunteers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might as well give it to him again. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's got trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Cartwright. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Got his man on the outside. Smacks him with the stiff arm. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll keep it on the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows when to bring it. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Taylor wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. Making side adjustments here. Looking for space. It's Bishop. Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Might as well stick with him. Might have a chance. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Handoff from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. And the Bulldogs racing to the line in a hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Taylor wants to throw. Finds his man. It's West. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A booming punt, and it's headed toward the sideline. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running inside. It's Bishop. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Davis. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He'll try it again. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
Physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run inside. It's Bishop. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They're going to ride this running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to run it. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning it on. He's at the 20. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him, and they got it. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll go right back to him. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Oh, that punt has been cleared for takeoff. Look at it go. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Hand off from the shotgun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Taylor wants to throw it. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. On third down, here's Bothwell. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its fourth down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That is a cannon shot, and it's headed out of bounds. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Caught by Williams on the left. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Offense lining up quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun. Wide out trying to get it in. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Going to run it. It's Bishop. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running inside. It's Bishop. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Just a short pass to the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And the Volunteers are flying down the field. The run inside. It's Bishop. Gain of right at 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Volunteers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Vols line it up with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Bishop. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Vols!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Timeout called by the Bulldogs as their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Taylor wants to throw it. Snagged out of the air. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
And that's how you flip the field really quickly. Go from being on your side of the field, creating the explosive play, getting some momentum for this offense, and getting towards scoring position.
Gets the back moving. He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll give it to Flop. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Taylor wants to throw. Working that left side. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A little release to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
It's complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the ground with the running back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Quarterback extends the play. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
From out of his own end zone, that thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. Bring in the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's 3rd and long. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Tackle is made at the 16-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He makes the catch at the 10. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They'll give it to Fluff. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really...
Got a little grass. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. They'll give it to Fluff. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Blue 22.
Taylor wants to throw. He wants it all. And he's got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! This extra point is sizable. Make this, and you're in great position to walk out of here with a win. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. Snags it, and he's open. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
The Vols have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Under fire. Trying to get away. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. Running inside. It's Bishop. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
That's caught. It's Matthews. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Unleashes one. He's got it on the move. He'll be out of bounds after picking up the first down, and after the 2-minute timeout, it'll be 1st and goal. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield on first down. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. The Vols strike back with a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Cloth Bothwell again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Fights off a defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Vols will now use their final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Running right, it's Bothwell. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he got it! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Vols want to move quickly. Got to find a completion on this one. Looking long. Leaping grab for a big gain. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoil.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat.
period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.